Hello.
Hola.
Can you
Hello.
listen to Hi, Carolina.
Hi.
Can you listen to me? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. I'm just going to give access to Edwin as well. How are you? Happy Monday.
Hello, Bea.
Hi, Edwin. Happy Monday. How are you?
It's fine. How are you?
Good. Waiting for you guys. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Carolina.
Nice to meet you.
So she's shy. She's not turning her camera. Oh, there you go. Hi.
Hi.
Enjoy your meals. That's okay. You can eat, okay? If you want to turn the camera off, that's fine. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
Don't worry
It's a
about it.
meal.
So,
Ah, you're having like French fries.
French fries. Eat a dinner. What
Her
else?
dinner.
What?
Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, welcome to our first session. We're having a couple of activities I want to do with you today. But before that, I would like to know you a little bit more. And before we get started, let me present myself so you get to know a little bit about myself too, okay? And the way you are going to be working. I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if you're able to see it. Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes,
Yeah.
I see it.
Okay, fantastic. Okay. Well, as you know, my name is Beatriz Alaverria, but I like to be called Bea because I feel like Bea more than Beatriz. So I am almost 44. My birthday is on March the 7th. And a little bit about myself, I have two teenage boys, a 13, almost 14-year-old boy, and a 16, almost 17-year-old boy. They're both boys. I've been teaching since I am 17. So I've been doing this half of my life. I love it. It's my passion more than a job. So I really, really love teaching. Part of my hobbies, I love crafting, anything that has to do with Art Attack, Pinterest, you name it. I love it. I love reading too. Singing, karaoke singing, and gardening. Anything that has to do with plants, I'm in. And of course, I love to pueblear, right? Like to go to different towns and visit our beautiful country. And my favorite numbers are 7, 15, 21, and 26. My favorite color is yellow, and I have a baby at home called Bailey. That's my pet. He is a combination of German Shepherd and a Rottweiler. But he in
What is
his
the
mother
name? What is the name
Bailey.
you get? Bailey.
Bailey. People
Oh,
say that Bailey is a drink. I didn't know it was a
yes, it's a Bailey.
yes.
It's the same. It's the same.
and I said, really? No,
Oh,
you know what? Curious fact or interesting fact is that my pet, his name is based on the movie. Um, what's it called? Huh? Uh-huh. Eh, no, but in English. A Dog's Purpose. The name of the movie is called A Dog's
got
Purpose.
purpose.
Aha. It's based on that movie. So the name of the dog in the movie is Bailey, that he has different lives, right? He has a life, he dies, then he has another life, and then he dies and he turns into another and a different type of dog. So that's why I really liked that movie. And I said, if I get to have a pet again, I'm gonna make sure his name is Bailey. But I didn't know it was a drink too. So now I know it was a drink. Some people
It's,
like that drink.
it
Yeah.
is sound the same.
It sounds the same, right? I know.
Yes.
That's what I said. And well, so that's a little bit about myself and also my dislikes. Like you see here, a couple of my dislikes. I love Coca-Cola. That's my favorite
Mm.
drink. But I dislike Loroco. So I feel that I'm not Salvadoran because I dislike Loroco. What about you guys? Do you like Loroco or do you dislike Loroco?
I like the Loroco.
I
You like
know.
Loroco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I like Loroco with the pupusas.
Okay. So
The
maybe
I
I'm the
tortas
don't
de
only one
like
that
Loroco.
Flor de Isote.
Oh
Don't
my
like.
God, I dislike Flor de Sote too. Chócale, Carolina, on that. High five on that, Carolina. Yeah, I dislike Flor de Sote as well. But some
Yeah.
people do like it, right? With eggs or in a different, they prepare it differently, but they do like it. So I'm not a Loroco or Alfajores fan. I don't know why. And let me see what else. Well, that's a little bit about myself. What about you guys? Let's see. Carolina, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. My name is Carolina. It's the same. Carito. Caro.
Carito. Okay, Caro.
No more. Caro. Um,
Mhm.
41 years old.
Oh, okay. Similar ages.
Yeah. I work in continuous improvement manager in the same company with Edwin.
Okay.
And I'm more. My favorite color is the red.
Okay.
I live in Santa Tecla since 10 years.
Okay. Since 10 years ago? Mhm.
Yeah.
Or
I-
since you were 10? Since you were 10 of age or 10 years ago?
10 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. I live in en el pasado,
Before that, I lived
before
in.
that, I live in Sonsonate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm,
Where did you learn English, Caro?
ah. And mm, 5 years ago in Academia Europea.
Okay.
And only.
Okay. Any favorite food? Any hobbies? Family?
Yeah. And my pet is a husky.
Oh.
And yeah. A ver. It's my pet.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
Yeah.
And what is his or her name? Is it a he or a she?
His.
It's a song.
My
It's a
son.
pet,
Yeah.
it's a
Your
song.
son. And
Yeah.
what's its name? Because it's fun.
Lucas.
Lucas. That's a
Lucas.
beautiful name. Okay. And how old is Lucas?
And 7 years?
7 years old? Oh, he's still a baby. He's still a baby. In our hearts,
No.
they never grow up. In our hearts, we still see them as our babies, right? They never grow up.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
favorite food is a Chinese food.
Like panda type of.
Yeah, like
Okay.
pata, Mexican food,
Mm.
esquite.
What's esquite? That's new for me.
Esquite is the core with butter and mayonesa. ¿Cómo se dice?
Mayonnaise.
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 Yeah, lemon and more.
Esquite. That's a new word for me. Wow. Okay. But I like the combination. It sounds really good.
Yeah.
It is similar to elote loco. It is similar. It's the Mexican
Very
food.
similar, except
Similar.
it has lemon.
Or it's a fries or with butter.
It tastes better.
Yeah.
It tastes better than
Yeah.
elote loco.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Do you have any hobbies, Caro?
Yeah. Hobbies? No, in a runner. It's no sé cómo decir, me gusta correr.
I like to run. I like to
to
run.
run. Yeah.
Okay.
Only.
Okay. Thank you, Caro. Edwin, what about you? Let's get to know you. Tell us about yourself.
Yes, my name is Edwin Argueta. I 28 years old.
No,
Yes, I used
28.
to, no, 48, 48,
Ah, I was
48
like
years old.
28. Uh-huh.
No, 48 years old. I have a
In your soul and
two,
in your heart, you're in your 20s.
yeah. I have a two pets. The Tiara Princesa is a Tiara is a I remember 8 to 9 years old. Oh yeah, it's a old. So all the Tiara princess 2 or 3 years. I don't
Elder
remember.
pet.
I
When
don't
you want to
remember.
say old, you can say elder. Tiara
Older.
is an
Yes, it's older.
elder.
That older
Elder
is
pet.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I enjoy. I enjoy watch TV. My focus is playing football. No, soccer.
Soccer.
I play
Okay.
soccer and reading the book. Um,
What position do you play, Edwin? Like you play soccer? What position and what books do you read?
the central
Central. Okay.
the central defense.
Central
But
defense.
yes, a defense. And food is my favorite food, Chinese food, Mexican food. But my favorites are uh, beans, cheese, the popular popular food in the
Salvadoran
Salvadorian.
dish.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
fish.
The typical dish.
Yeah,
Our
typical, the
typical dish.
typical
Yes.
dish.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
drinking, I don't like the drinking the soda. I
Mm-hmm.
prefer juice.
Mm-hmm.
Prefer juice. Um, what else?
You
I
said
may
you
call
like to read books, right? What type of books do you
yes,
like to read?
but my favorite read is books the business grow up the personality or grow up the uh, uh,
Motivational books.
motivational book, Bible. I like it. I read the Bible.
Do you read in
Uh,
English or do you read in Spanish?
no, it's in Spanish. Spanish.
Ah, okay. And we're gonna practice on English, okay? Based on your
Yes.
score, that's what I was gonna say. Based on the score from the test you sent me, I think that it will go up if you start reading. You can start short, the same book that you're reading in Spanish, look for it in English. So you can read
Okay.
at the simultaneously. That's gonna be a personal task that I'm gonna assign you. So if you're just to give you an example, let's say you're reading The Secret, okay? So if you're reading The Secret in Spanish, you watch the video or the movie or the documental in Spanish, and then you can also do it in English simultaneously. If you're reading chapter 1, you can also do it simultaneously in English. And so you have a better understanding and then record yourself while reading. That's another exercise you can do. So your reading skills can go up. Okay.
Carolina is fan the secret book.
The Secret. Oh, I'm a big fan of The
Yeah,
Secret.
I don't like this book.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
I'm a big
It's a
fan of The
fan.
Secret too.
in
Well,
Spanish.
Now you can also do it in English, Caro. You can do it in English.
Okay,
So you can like do it. So
it's
if
the
you have done
challenge.
it in Spanish, or even watch the documentary on Netflix, or if you have it on a platform, you can do it in English. So you have seen it in Spanish, so now you understand it. But as a challenge, do it in English and take notes and of those words that are new to you in the language. That's a good exercise too.
okay. My favorite color is a brown and blue.
Okay.
I am marketing manager in CBI Corporate or Costa del Sol. It's the same. The two names. The company CBI or Costa del Sol. I have 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago.
I have been working for CBI for 4 years.
Yes, I have working for CBI for years.
For 4 years. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
That's it.
Now
That's
you
all.
mentioned it's interesting you guys mentioned likes, but you have not mentioned dislikes. For example, tell me a couple of dislikes you have.
Dislike.
For
Dislike this.
example, like in my case, I dislike Loroco, but maybe you dislike something.
This. Dislike. I don't know. Like Everything. I like everything.
You like everything? Like even to
Yeah,
eat, like,
this.
you don't have any particular
Mm,
something you might not like? What about you, Caro? Think about it too.
Mm.
You said flor de sote. I heard that.
Yeah.
I dislike pupusas, the
Ah,
beans and cheese. I don't
Ah,
like. I
beans and cheese
dislike
pupusas.
beans and cheese. I don't. I only chicharrón
With cheese or without cheese?
with cheese.
with cheese.
Ah, okay,
Beans
because
and
some
with cheese.
people just chicharrón, they ask you like if you want them just chicharrón or chicharrón and cheese. But in your case, okay,
It's the
just
same.
chicharrón.
Chicharrón only
Uh-huh.
or chicharrón and cheese. Well,
Ah, okay, either or, but only those are
yes,
okay.
or
So see, that's a that could be. So you dislike beans and cheese pupusas. Okay. Interesting. What about you, Caro?
Mm, no,
There's nothing you
no, only flor de isote.
only flor de sote. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, thank you guys for letting me know that. That way I get to know a little bit more about you. Now we're gonna play this interesting game. So you guys are co-workers, both of you, right, Caro and Edwin? So,
yes,
but
or
I want you to think, because we're playing this game and I'm going to start. It's called Two Truths and One Lie. So the first thing we're doing is this. We are going to go ahead and think, but you have to think something that Edwin has to think something that Caro does not know about him, and Caro has to think something that Edwin does not know about her. So, for example, I'll start the game. That way, you guys guess which are my truths. There are two truths and one lie. So the first one is, when I was a teenager, I had a best friend who used to sell cars, and we would go to Galicia in that area. He used to race there in El Jabalí too. He used to sell modified cars and he taught me how to race. So I was one of those first girls to race for Tony and Guy, which was a hair salon when I was a teenager. Also, something interesting about myself is that I have a twin sister. She doesn't live here in the country. She lives in the United States. And we are very alike in many ways. And my third one is that, my mom had us at a very young age, so she couldn't really raise us together. So she gave me in adoption and she took my sister to the United States. So reason why I am adopted by people here I was adopted by people here in El Salvador. So now you have to guess which are my truths. There's two truths and one lie. And then you're going to do the same exercise. You're going to tell me two things that are true about you and one lie, and we have to guess where the lie is. So let's see. Edwin, which one do you think is my lie? That I race cars, that I have a twin sister, or that I am adopted?
excuse me, is a mute. It's talking on mute. It's a race of car.
You think my lie is that I didn't race cars? Okay.
Yes.
Caro, what about you? What do you think?
You are adopted.
That I am adopted. Okay. Guess what, guys? I used to race cars for Tony and Guy when I was a teenager because my best friend at that time, he used to import with his dad,
You try
Honda
it in
Civics.
Javali.
And we used to, yes, I used to skate home and I used to race, but we used to race in Galicia, like on street races.
Ah, yes,
So I'd
yes,
have
a mini.
because before
Yes.
you could do it, right, with Geometros and, those Volkswagen Jettas
Mhm.
and also the Honda Civics back in the days. We're talking about the 80s, 90s. Yeah, the 90s, 2000s.
Do you love
And
the velocity?
I loved it, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, my best friend, he passed away coming back from El Jabalí one day that I was teaching at ITCA. Yeah, so I decided that I was not going to race, not even my own car. So
Oh,
that's why I don't drive fast anymore. Because what happened to him, he actually had an accident and he passed away instantly coming back from El Jabalí. he was selling his last car before going to the United States. He used to go to Maryland to bring cars. So yes, so I used to race back in the days, not anymore. But I have a collection of Hot Wheels with my son, so I love cars.
Yes.
And my second one is that I am adopted. I was adopted in my same family. So a lot of people don't believe that because we look very alike with my adopted parents, which for me are my real parents. So, and my lie is that I don't have a twin sister. I wish I had a twin sister, but I don't have a twin sister.
It
So
is
yeah,
true. A race a car and adopt it in a
and I
lie
am
is a twin
adopted.
sister.
I don't have a twin sister, but I wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted so bad to have a twin sister. I even when I was when I started working at the American school, they had book fairs at the American school. The library would get rid of books, and every time I would buy the books, I would buy books about twins or twin stories. So I always wanted a twin sister since I was very little, but I never had the opportunity to have a twin sister. So now it's your turn. Now it's your turn to tell me 3 things about yourself. Tell us 3 things about yourself, and we have to guess, but think about them really good. Think about things that Carolina and myself do not know about you, Edwin. And also, Carolina, think about things that Edwin and I don't know about you. And make it tricky, okay? And elaborate it. So we can, like, make it difficult for us to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Think about them.
Yes.
By the way, while you think about them before we move forward, I wanted to show you. I sent you guys. I sent you guys this, and I don't know if you guys received it. This is going to be like your virtual notebook. Okay. This is where I'm going to be posting everything. For example, for Edwin, I already posted the results for the test he did today. And I sent you access already. If I send the link, you should be able to access it. Let me share it with you. So you can write here so I can see in real time how you're writing. Click on this link and tell me if you're able to access it, okay? So Edwin, this is your notebook. Carolina, this is her notebook. And I have my own notebook here. So these are your notebooks. You can actually do as you wish. But for example, for Edwin, what I did is I already added the scores for today's exam. I'm just missing the speaking one. Caro, when you can, send me those results so I know what level you have to have an idea where you're standing. Because my idea, guys, is in a future, what I want to do is that in a future, I want for you to do the 50-minute test, which is the extended test. And this is a standardized test, meaning that if you upload the diploma, because it generates a diploma at the end. So if you upload the diploma at the end on your LinkedIn profile, it would generate more and better views to the future. It would help you with your profile, business profile on LinkedIn. So a lot of people do that. They take this EPSET once they're ready and they upload it. It's like a free version of TOEFL, just for you to have an idea, but in the LinkedIn world, okay? So that's why I had you do the quick version, the 15-minute version. But when we start our classes, I would say that maybe like in 2 months, I would like to see like your results to see how you guys are doing with the 50-minute test, not with the 15. I want you to take the extended version. So this is where you're going to find everything that we look at. Our agenda with things that I'm going to add here, links. Also, I've added a couple of learning links, okay, that you can check out for your own learning if you want to practice. I'll be adding more information, things that we're going to use to better speak in English. So I'll be adding a lot of material here, okay? And the good thing is that we can see it in real time, both of us, okay? So I can actually see when you're writing or when you're practicing here, okay? So what I want you to do right now is I want you to think about your 3 ideas and write them on your notebook. So Edwin, you can write it here, and Caro, you can write it here as well.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go over them. Think about 3 things. 2 truths and 1 lie.
The other exercise, try do it, but it's a very very difficult. The sound, the other link or the other exercise. I feel very difficult for me.
Which
The
exercise?
sound, the sound, the repeat after the paragraph Oh no, not fireworks. The sounds. The other link.
Where is it? Can you tell me where it is? Which link?
You send me two links. One,
Ah,
It's
you
the
yes.
yes, the
speaking.
other because
the
The
test.
the
speaking.
speaking, the speaking is very
Yes.
difficult. I try
It's
it. I try, but it's I feel the very
okay.
difficult.
Okay. Okay. I understand. Okay. So
Mhm.
don't worry. Don't worry. If you felt it very
Okay,
difficult, we're going to practice for you to be able to do it soon. Okay.
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 That's the idea. The idea is to prepare you guys. Okay. Ready with your three. So you have to think right now. 3 elements.
Yes.
Two truths and one lie. And we have to
Yeah.
guess, but make sure that
Two,
they're very good elaborated. Okay. So
two
3
true.
and one lie.
Okay.
Okay.
You can write them here, Caro, on where it says session 1. This is your notebook where it says Carolina. I'm gonna just
3D. 3D. Okay. Mm. I started.
Yes.
write them first so I can see how you write your ideas down. Write the 3 of them, write them
So
here, and then tell them. Like Edwin too. You can write them here where it says session 1. Write them first and then
Right,
tell them.
right in this.
Yes, where it says session 1. Write your 3
Okay,
ideas
okay.
and then tell me.
The three.
I want to see how you're writing because I want to apply all skills like conversation, writing, reading, and listening. So write your ideas down.
mm,
There's 2 tools I'm going to have you guys download, Grammarly, okay, as a Chrome extension, and also WordTune. That way, whenever you write, it will help you correct any grammatical mistake you might have. For example, see here, are you able to see my screen, Edwin?
what?
Are you able to see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Okay, so see here how I
yes.
am.
So-
It actually, so what it does, Grammarly will actually, see, it will help you correct. And this will help you whenever you're sending emails or you're preparing a
Mm,
presentation. So in English, so it's this extension I have here. I will send you the link so you can download it for your keyboard. Like if you're talking to a client or something on the phone, you can actually switch from your keyboard to
yeah.
Grammarly, and
Okay.
Grammarly even suggests new
People.
words like, oh, don't use this word. Instead, use this one. Sounds better.
You change the phone, the computer, okay.
And your desktop anywhere.
Just a laptop.
Okay, so you're ready with yours. Let me see, Caro.
Uh-huh.
Two sons.
And a French rat. Right.
Mhm.
The plural of mouse is mice.
Ay,
But I corrected already for you. Don't worry. Okay. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Let's see. Let's start with Edwin. Okay, Edwin.
Okay, okay.
Mhm,
Read it my
mhm.
okay. Okay. The trick. I am the youngest of 5 siblings.
Mhm.
I like to try different dishes, and I like to, different dishes, and I like to travel and know places. That's
Mm.
what the two true and
The lie
one
is.
lie, one lie.
Okay. Let's have Caro guess. Guess, Caro. Where do you think is the lie? Where do you
Mhm.
think Edwin is lying?
Yeah, it's the lie. I like to to try different dishes.
That he's
Ah,
okay.
It's the lie.
I
Mhm.
like different dishes. I when you
Ah,
travel, I like the different dishes, Vietnamese or Mexican, the
oh.
difference. I like the different
So
dishes.
you like to try different dishes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
From
The
over.
lie is I am the youngest of 5 siblings. I is
Ah,
just the second, the five siblings.
you're the second of 5. Okay.
Yes,
Hmm. Okay, so you could say I am the second youngest of 5 siblings.
I
Some
am the
people
This
don't
second
say
youngest,
the
second
second
sibling.
youngest. Of
Okay.
5 siblings. Yeah,
is the
interesting.
lie. No, 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 no.
So he said the lie is this one. I'm gonna highlight it for you guys to see. So he said the lie was this one, that he's the youngest of 5
Yes, the lie.
Yeah, it's the
Mhm.
lie.
Okay. So you do like to try different dishes, and also you like to travel and know different places in and out of the country, right?
Yes, the other countries and
It's the truth.
Those are true.
what? Yes, true.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you for sharing, Edwin. Okay,
Okay.
Caro, let's go with you.
Okay. I have a two son. Your name is Carlos and Maria.
Okay.
Okay. I studied at the girls' school
Mhm.
and I am afraid of the mice. Wait, is this
There's a difference. Mice are small. Rats are the big ones, like the ones that you see
rats?
in restaurants.
Both.
Or factories or big,
Yeah,
but mice are the ones the little ones.
both.
Okay, either or.
Yeah,
Okay. Here, I'm just gonna correct here. Whenever you have plurals, you don't have to say a. Okay,
yeah.
you just say
Son.
I have 2 sons. Okay. Edwin, where do you think she's lying?
She don't have sons.
She doesn't.
She
Luca,
doesn't she doesn't have a son.
she doesn't have sons. Okay.
Oh,
She,
but one son, the dog, the pet. What?
okay. So Lucas is
Yeah,
her
they look
only
at the
son.
son. Yes.
Okay. So she doesn't have sons. Okay. And you study at a girls' school. Where did you study, Caro?
At the San Vicente de Paul
Oh,
School in
Oh,
Sonsonate.
okay. I didn't know it was a girls' school. Okay. I mean, just a girls' school now. I thought it was
Mhm.
like mixed. Like
No.
now Sagrado Corazon is mixed, Liceo Salvadoreños. Like schools that
Mhm,
before were only girls or only boys now are mixed schools.
mhm.
Is
Only
Vicente
girls.
is still Vicente Paula only girls school or now it's mixed?
Now it's mixed. Now.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. And you said you're afraid of, what do you do when you see a mice? Do you scream or you hide, or what do you do?
Mm,
What's your reaction?
in
You,
in the
It screams.
she
yeah,
screams.
Screams.
scream
She screams.
Ah, okay, she screams.
heavy,
She
yeah.
screams.
What's the difference? And now that we're talking about that, what is the difference between scream? Let me write it here. What's the difference between yell, scream, and shout? Do you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yell, scream, shout. I don't know what is the difference.
So whenever you
Mm,
find yourself like hear and listen, look and see, whenever you find yourself with that type of questions, you can always, there's a difference. In one, you're just emitting sounds, and in the other one, you're saying, hey, you, but still you're speaking. So in one, you're just like, and you don't say anything,
scream.
you don't say any type of words. But in the other one's like, hey, you, that's when you yell, okay? And
Ah, okay.
shout is just like, hey, like for example, it's just one quick sound, just to give you an idea. But whenever you find yourself, yell versus scream, for example, you just type the words that you're looking for. And I love images. Google Images, like, actually gives you the example. Oh, what's the difference? Like this one, see? I love Google because it actually tells you it, and you're like, oh, shout, scream, right? Yell. Okay. So it gives you like the examples of how to use them and when to use them, because sometimes we use them in general, but we don't know the difference between one another, right? For example, this one, shout, don't shout at me. Okay. Scream, the crowd scream with excitement, like, woo. So people are like screaming. And
Scream.
yell is when somebody speaks, like, hey, you, come here, or stop. So there's the word included. Okay.
Okay.
So
The
that's the
speaking
difference
loud.
between,
The yell is the speaking loud. No.
yes.
Or,
No, yell is speak loud, but with like a command, like, hey, you, or come
okay.
here, sit down. Okay, so yell. Be quiet. That's to
Mhm.
yell. So now that you know the difference, do you shout when you see a mouse? Do you scream when you see a mouse? What do you think?
The shoe.
You
Scream.
scream,
Scream.
like the
Mm,
movie. Scream.
scream. No.
Scream. Scream. The crow scream with
Scream. No, it's a fry. It's a por miedo. Como.
Aha, when you're scared. So you scream. You shout.
You shout.
scream.
It all
No.
depends on it all depends on the context, right? It would depend on the
Yeah.
context. Because you shout, for example, you shout when you shout when, for example, you see an accident and you do that.
You.
That's and then you scream when you are at a concert. You're like, but it's no surprise. So shout is like you were saying. Shout is more when you are surprised about something unexpected. And scream, you were ready for it. You're preparing your lungs for it, and
The
then you're like,
emotion.
yeah, when you
Mhm.
have emotions.
Mhm.
So that's the difference between. And then yell, it's with a command, like, be quiet, come here, hey, you, right?
It is shout.
The show.
So it would be when you see mice, shout or scream,
Shout.
because you never know when they're gonna come from. You're like, you don't know where they are, right? Hiding, and then you see them all of a sudden.
Oh, yes.
You shout. Okay, yeah.
They hide it.
So that's a difference. And little by little, I call this ones verses, because they're like this word versus this word. Okay. So yes. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you guys. Now something else. And I wanted to give you feedback about the way you presented yourself. And this is going to help you for interviews. This is going to help you in your business. Whenever you, or even when you have clients over, or you visit clients, or you meet people from other countries,
Okay.
they expect for us to speak more. So for example, I asked you, so what's your favorite food? And you were like, Mexican food. They don't like for us to generalize. What they love from our cultures from Latin America is that we exemplify. Oh, you know, Mexican food, but my favorites are tacos and burritos, especially from Don Bigote or Tacos Hermanos, just to give you an example. Or like there's this famous restaurant here in our country, and you start exemplifying. So it's thinking outside the box. Or you're talking about books. So what type of books do you read? Because what happens is that when we don't exemplify, there could be two things. If the person is interested in speaking with us, there will be a follow-up question. So what type of books do you like to read? But if the person is not interested in speaking with you, he will just jump into another question or ask something else. So the idea to make a conversation more interesting with someone is to go outside the box. It's like if I ask you,
Mhm.
Caro, how was your day? And you would be like, good,
Fine.
busy, great. And I'm like, uh-huh. But I was not there, right? You're thinking in your mind how your day went. Oh, you have no idea, but I had like 20 meetings and I had to go here and I had to do that. And so that's what they want to hear. Or the other person wants to hear from you more information about. It's not that we're being makers, it's just that we're actually trying to build connections. We're trying to build a relationship and connect with that other person, right? And tell the person we're interested in speaking with them and vice versa. So for example, let's do the exercise. Edwin, how was your day? How was your Monday?
Listen, uh, my days are busy because the different meeting and or the or or the or make a presentation with a CEO and analysis the difference, the growth, the sales, and this what else. This is all days in focusing in different activities.
Okay, great. Very good. That was our 1.0 version. Let me give you a tip. When you talk about an event, like I ask you, how was your day? You can use this, and it's here on your spreadsheet. Sequence connectors. They will help you to sound more structured, more professional when speaking. Oh, well, but first, you know, in the morning, I spent like 2 hours working on a presentation that I had to turn into the CEO. After that, I had a couple of meetings.
Mhm.
Later on, I went for lunch. Uh, you know, also I remember that. So you're using connectors to connect your ideas, and it will make you sound a little bit more structured and
Mhm.
thorough in your thoughts, and it will make you sound very professional. That's something that I like about the sequence connectors. Okay, so have this
Okay.
in mind whenever, for example, tomorrow I will ask you the same question or maybe something else, and try to use the sequence connectors according to your agenda, like first in the morning, then after, and finally at the end of the day. Well, as you know, I was receiving my English class, for example, just to give an example. So the idea is for you to start using them for daily events, okay? Caro, how was your day?
Oh,
Mm, Is so. I like my work in the continuous improvement coaching and the different manager. Um, and I was busy, busy,
Mhm.
busy coaching the different
people.
areas and
Areas.
areas,
Mhm.
technology, human resource, and the different meeting and the operation manager, operation director is the
You're
correct, or the,
Operations director.
yeah, no director
Operations direct.
operation.
Operations director.
Okay. And the different project and savings, calculando los ahorros, savings,
Calculating
and
savings.
calculating savings, then the logistic area, and I like.
Okay,
My
great.
lunch is delicious and
What did you have for lunch? Tell us.
barbecue. No,
Oh,
cos-
barbecue
costillas. I don't remember.
ribs. Ribs.
Ribs. Bar barbecue ribs, cucumber,
Remember buffalo wings? I know
rice,
Yes,
buffalo ribs.
buffalo wings.
and
What is the
water. I
ribs?
like it.
Wow, fantastic. Okay,
I
thank
cook it.
you. You cooked it. Oh,
Yeah.
hmm. I hope you invite us someday, Edwin and me, okay? To some delicious barbecue ribs because
Yeah.
we would like to try them someday. Okay,
Okay.
very good. You see? So then again, in your case, as well as I mentioned, Edwin, so this is going to be one of the assignments for tomorrow, and that's going to be, you're going to talk about your day and start thinking throughout the day. Think in English like, well, first, this is what I want to do, or I did, right? Based on your agendas, because you both have agendas. So first, I went to operations, then
Mhm.
I worked on calculating savings. Afterwards, So the idea is for you to tell me like your
Okay.
daily agenda by using the sequence connectors. And this will help you with your presentation. So first, our agenda for today is this. I'm going to start off presenting this. After, we're going to move to this. And later on, we're going to conclude with this. So it's pretty much the same what you do on a business meeting in Spanish, but you're going to be doing it in English to sound more professional and more structured as you speak, okay? So
Okay.
what I have done, if you see here, what I have done is that I started, this is like an example. You can feel free to write your list with using whichever words you want from here. Okay, so you can use, I've done this exercise, but feel free to do it your way, your style, with the ones that you like. So you could use to start off with first, in the first place. First of all, the idea, guys, is for you to play with the words and to practice them. Okay, which ones to use at the beginning, which ones to use in the middle, and which ones you're going to use to conclude your speech, whether talking about your agendas, whether on a meeting, whether on an email. We use this a lot also for business emails. This is going to help you a lot. First, we're going to go ahead and work on this. First, we have to supervise, or we have to quote, or So you can actually structure your ideas in a more logical and organized way by using sequence connectors. It's just a matter of practicing. And I want you to feel free to pick the ones that you feel or that you like. Only the ones that you like. You don't have to pick all of them. This is my list, it's my example, but then Caro will pick this and you can copy this into your spreadsheet, and you can create your own list of linking connectors, okay? Deal?
Deal.
Okay, fantastic. Next
Hey,
activity.
what I mean, furthermore,
It's
furthermore,
the
it's
same. These are all
yeah,
synonyms. And by the way, they're
mhm.
here. Look, Edwin, they're here. These are all synonyms.
Oh, okay. Cinema.
You can use them.
Mhm.
All of them are synonyms in different words.
Okay.
Because you can say in the middle, on the side, depending on the context, here to the side, you're going to see how you use them. And these are the synonyms for each. For example, if you're like this one, see, sequence connectors. In the first place, but also, these are just in addition. So what you're doing is that they have the
Couple with.
same purpose. They're just synonyms, said
Okay.
different.
For tomorrow, I read the rights, right? The agenda, the different activities
Using the
in the
sequence connectors.
oh, okay. In the classes, I read the with the writing.
Here, you're going to write it here on session,
Okay.
for example, or here, first, then after, finally.
Mhm.
But my idea is that this is going to be like your agenda, your notebook. But when you speak, you have to sound more elaborative, okay?
Yeah.
So, for example, first, I had a meeting with ops, but then you're going to say,
Mhm.
first, like around 8 a.m., I had a meeting with the operations manager, and we were discussing this and this and that. So the idea is for you to, this is just
Sequence.
exactly. This is just like your bullet points. But then you have to speak and tell me and
Okay.
educate me on what you did. Okay? So to practice sequence connectors.
Perfect.
Okay, super.
Perfect.
I had another activity, and I know it's a lot of things, right, for the first day, but I hope you're liking it. And this is this, because this is something I want you to do right now. Edwin and Caro, do you know what an acrostic name is?
What I
Do
mean
you happen to
acrostic
know?
name? No, I don't know.
Have you
Acrostic
ever heard
name.
that word?
Across
Acrostic name.
No.
Acrostic.
Never? Okay.
I don't know what I mean.
Okay, so this is going to be super cool. This is a very fun activity, and it will help you think of adjectives. So an acrostic poem or an acrostic name is when you pick your name, like in your case, Edwin, Edwin, Carolina, Carolina, or just Caro.
Yeah.
And you have to think of two things. I want you to think of positive adjectives and negative adjectives for each letter that have to do with you. For example, just to give you an example, if you ask me, okay, Bea, B, I would say a positive adjective that I would give Bea is beautiful. But a negative adjective I would give Bea is boring sometimes, okay? So it would be sometimes I get bored easily because I need to be active, okay? Just to give you an example. E, I consider I'm an excellent person, okay? But then I feel that I am sometimes egocentric, and I need not to be so egocentric with myself. Or that's an example, okay? It's not that it's true, it's just an example. But what I want you to do is going to be this. You're gonna make your own acrostic using your name. But for homework, I want you to think, and maybe we can do it in the class just to start thinking. Edwin will make an acrostic of Caro, and Caro will make an acrostic of what you know from Edwin. So you're gonna say, oh, Edwin is an excellent person, but he is very egocentric, for example, for the letter E.
Okay.
And Edwin, and Caro will say, and Edwin is very, or Edwin will say, Caro is very, and an adjective with C, a positive adjective with C, is
Talented,
very,
very smart,
but it
but
has to go with the
angry.
letter. So it has to go with the letter. So if the letter is B, the adjective has to start with B, negative and positive. If the letter is E, it has to start with E, negative and positive. Yeah. So it has to start with the letter. So for example, for
Yeah.
Edwin, the letter is E, right? The first letter. So you have to say E for excellent, or E
Oh, yeah, okay.
Vertical is the name.
the name is here. This is an
Yeah.
example with Beatrice because I was
Yeah.
not able to. So
Okay.
it's
For
for
Beatrice, it's so beautiful and bright.
right. This is just an example I found on the internet.
Carolina. Very long.
Wow.
Imagine
No,
every
it's
homework.
small. Caro. Only
Okay.
Caro.
Okay, Caro.
Let's try to do the exercise. Can you think really fast? Maybe you can use Google for this and think of adjectives positive and let's do positive adjectives, okay? Based as co-workers.
For letter positive and negative, or
Let's try only positive right now, and for homework you can look for the negatives one.
Okay.
Okay.
Sí.
So Caro has to do Edwin and Edwin has to do Caro.
Okay.
Is for C.
Charismatic. Is she charismatic?
The E. And
make sure you write it on the spreadsheet so I can see it, okay?
Edwin is a E. Exquisite. What is the mean?
Exquisite.
Exquisite.
has like exquisite taste for food, for example.
Okay.
That he has a very good taste for food. Don't think that you're saying that he's exquisito,
Wow.
because you're describing something. It's an adjective. It's difficult, right? I know.
Yes, very difficult.
Especially because it's not your own name, so you're not giving adjectives to yourself. You're giving adjectives to a coworker.
Yeah.
It's a,
Optimistic. Optimistic.
optimistic, and it's the opposite. Have support.
It has to be, but right now
Optimistic.
we're doing just positive, and for tomorrow
Oh,
we're
the
going to be
positive.
doing the negatives.
Oh, okay.
So you have time to, but the negatives don't have to be that negative. Like, for example, you could say lazy or bored, but you don't have to say like ugly or like, yeah, it doesn't have to be that negative. Pessimistic,
Yeah,
for
but the
example.
negative
Or,
con R.
D. D.
Dreamer.
No.
He's
What?
not a dreamer. Okay. Is he
Dreamer. What? Yeah, I dreamer.
he's a
Every
dreamer?
night. Every night. Every night.
Every night he has dreams. He's a dreamer. Dreamer is when you have like, oh, I dream of doing this, or I dream of going here. That you're always like wanting to do something. That's a dreamer.
No. No. A ver. No.
Is he a dancer? Is he a dancer? Could be an adjective, not the action dance. Is the dancer, bailarín, who likes to dance, no? Is he a daring person? Let me help you. A daring person, see? Daring means adventurous, for example. That likes to take adventures. Diligente, diligent, maybe. Caro, helping you with the letter D.
Diligent.
Hardworking, performing with care. He's careful and persistent. Wise for W, like super wise.
Winner.
Winner.
Finish.
E.
Finished.
Yes.
I.
Inclusive, impressive. Idealistic.
I.
Inclusive.
Illuminati.
Incredible.
Illuminati.
No.
It's a bad.
Inclusive.
Inspiring. Impressive. Intuitive.
Inclusive.
Inclusive. He includes everybody.
Intuitive.
Nice with N. He's a nice person.
Intuitive.
Intuitive.
Nice.
Is he nice? Is he noble? Is he neat? Like super correct and neat. Is he natural?
Intuitive. Is and
Let me go with Edwin. Let's see.
and
Natural, nice.
natural.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Edwin, can you tell Caro what do you think about her?
Yes.
Mhm.
With letter C, creative,
Creative.
creative, creative.
Mm,
Or letter
thank
letter
you,
A,
Edwin.
letter A, attitude positive,
Positive attitude.
or is the same is making be P with P. Oh,
No,
they
no,
change
because
for
it's saying-
adorable,
Okay. Adorable.
adorable.
Mhm.
Letter R, radiant,
Radiant.
radiant.
Like this
The
radiant.
letter O is optimistic.
Optimistic. Very good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Excellent. I like your
Mhm.
adjectives.
Okay.
What about you? Let's see.
Okay. Edwin is a exquisite person with the number. Thank you.
numbers.
With numbers. Thank you.
Mhm.
And it's okay, Edwin?
Yes.
It's a dreamer with soccer.
With soccer.
Okay, Edwin?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Okay.
Yes.
And it's a winner when
With analysis.
and with analysis.
Mhm.
It's okay, Edwin?
Yeah.
Ah, it's the best in the
You know.
yeah. It's a intuitive.
It's just intuitive. It's
Intuitive.
When we
Intuitive.
use it's because you're going to say an intuitive person. You need to add something else. But if you're generalizing, you don't need to use the word So it's just, he is intuitive. Mhm.
He is intuitive. It's okay, Edwin? No.
Yes.
So. Okay. It's
Good
a
number.
the last is a natural or
Simple.
simple. Yeah.
It's okay.
Natural or
It's
simple.
You missed her.
Okay.
Nice. Very good
Mhm.
job, guys. Excellent. Yes, very good. Very good adjectives. Imagine these are only the positive ones. Tomorrow, homework is just think about that negative one, okay? It's going to be difficult, but not so negative, like just like, lazy or
Yeah.
not that dark, okay?
Not dark.
Not that dark.
Not that dark.
Tell me, did you like the session? I hope you didn't feel the time. I hope you enjoyed it, okay? I hope to see you tomorrow so we can continue learning together. And thank you so much for joining on time, and I will see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
I will see you tomorrow, same time, right?
I'll see you tomorrow. Yes.
Okay,
The same
pues.
time. Yes.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Thank
See you.
you. Bye bye.
You're welcome. Good night. Bye.
Good
Good
night.
night.